Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, troops. Bear with me slightly. We'll wait until a few people get in. As always, guys, we've got a few new features that we want to get involved with today, troops. So let me just square this away. Let me know who's in the chat. Drop a like. Let me know where you're watching from. All that good stuff. And we'll get straight into it, guys. Can you hear me okay? Does the pitch quality look okay? All of that good stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Right, just get this screen going. Boom. Right, happy days. 109 concurrent viewers and counting rapidly. Troops, if you don't mind smashing the like button, let's get it well over 100 likes straight away. Yeah, let's start off the right way. Let's get them likes up, guys. All you have to do is swipe down, press the like button. It takes 2 seconds. Once we get over 100, we'll get going with this. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a long day. I've just came back from the gym about 2 hours ago, actually, so I haven't just came back, but yeah, I've been sorting a few things out, guys. No, but they might be forced into a position to surrender, guys. So we'll get into all of that juicy stuff later, though. Hey, Vincent Magno. Hello, bro. Really enjoy your channel from Cali. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Does the super chat work? Can you see that on the screen? Yes, we can. That looks pretty cool. I like that. I wanted to showcase the super chats a little bit more in the video, guys, because it's the least I can do at the end of the day, and it also allows those who don't really pay attention to the chat to see it on the screen because you're watching this anyway. So yeah, how you doing, troops? How you doing, troops? How you doing, troops? How many watching? 149. Happy days. Right then, what I need to do is a little bit more stuff, and then we can get going. I'm just going to make my head small there. And then I think we'll do that. There we go. I actually need a new screen, guys, I think, to be able to do this. Well, not properly, but to be able to do this better, I do need to invest in another screen, I think, because I've got two at the moment and it's proven quite tough, to be fair. Right, where is that little thing? That's it there. Right, yeah, guys, so a few points of admin then. So as always, every 20 minutes or so, if you can, depending on how long we actually live stream for, if you can smash the like button. I'll not reiterate it all the time. Every 15-20 minutes or so I'll go over that, just to stop you guys getting annoyed at me asking it all the time. The reason we do ask you to like the video is because it helps YouTube push it out further so it reaches more people. So it really does help. All right, it really does help the video. It's like one of the best things you can do for any YouTuber. Okay, so it goes without saying, I'd appreciate that greatly if you did that for me. And that's it. Right, screen at this moment in time, we've got a feature where we can have the super chats on the screen effectively. So I'll show you now. If I click on that, so Lewis Sandoval, thank you for the $4.99, the super chat. Make sure you get a question in there. Once I can do that, so it's a way of showcasing the question for everyone to see. So yeah, if you've got any questions that way, then they'll be featured on the video. Okay, and I think it's a pretty good feature, to be fair. I don't know why I haven't been doing it longer, but we're doing it now, which is the most important thing. Okay, so I've got a few things that I need to square away, actually. 180 viewers. Troops, welcome to the video. Right, let me get this map up. Once I get this map up of the Ukraine, we can get going. Because I'll be honest, I haven't really been keeping too up to date with it. But it looks pretty busy. How you doing, troops? Well, grumble with that. Again, if there's any problems with... Boom. So, this map has changed a little bit, as you can tell. Let's make that a little bit bigger for you. And let's get the sound on a little bit. Is the stream still lagging? Shouldn't be. Yeah, it is according to this. I don't know. Oh, mate, if this happens, then we're going to have to just absolutely... We're just going to have to not do it. I don't know why it's doing that. Hey guys, welcome. Right. Let me know if... Yeah, it seems to be good. I mean, my metrics say it's okay, to be fair. So I don't know why it says that you're not getting enough. Yeah, I think it's good. Should be good. I'm going to do one refresh and then we're going to forget about it because I think it should be all right. Yeah, it seems all right my side, guys. I mean, I can see it. How you doing, guys? Members as well. Thank you for joining, members. The link is up in the chat description. So anyway, I wanted to go over this again. According to this, and I've just refreshed it as well. As we can see here, red alert, aerial threat, sound, siren sound and take cover. So that's in the east again, being extremely busy. This map, the last time we looked, there was a lot of open ground here. A lot of open ground. If you can remember those spurs. In fact, this was where it was. So there's those spurs of they've encroached. They went over that river now. This was a lot bigger before. And I'll tell you, this here, what we're looking at, that there was, if I remember correctly, here. I think it was looking something like this. I'm pretty sure that's how it looked anyway. They seem to have pushed across there. We've seen a lot of different things on the news, guys. There's a former Royal Marine out on the ground over there at the moment, covering this war. And some of the things that he's saying is happening is absolutely crazy, guys. All right, absolutely crazy. What we got here? Hey troops, welcome. Smash that like button, guys. If you can do anything, smash that like button. It helps me a great deal. President Duda, where's that then? That's in Poland, right? Okay. According to Zelensky, Russians from Syria are coming to the Ukraine, and mercenaries from the Middle East supporting Russia. Syrians are the most numerous. In this context, more NATO assistance to Ukraine is needed, but this also illustrates Russia's weakness and is interesting signal for Turkey. It's actually really, really interesting if you think about the alleged power that Russia has and the fear that they've generationally spread across the world. You know, there's this for some reason, this, you know, fear associated with Russia. We've always had that. I mean, it's probably through mainstream media, through propaganda, all of that kind of stuff, but that same fear, it doesn't really exist from America. We know America is powerful beyond our wildest imagination, but we don't have that fear associated with them. Does that make sense? So that's what's interesting with Russia. There's always been a fear associated with them. And this Ukraine war, although there's loads and loads of deaths and it's atrocious what's happening over there, the fact that they're having to pull resources from, you know, the Middle East, Syria, other areas of interest where they're operating shows a definite weakness in their, not only their strategy, but their military holistically. Okay, it's crazy to me, all right, that such an alleged superpower is struggling, having to pull resources from elsewhere. Like, where are the resources within their confines of Russia? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. That maybe it's because those who are in Syria are more battle hardened. That could be something. That might be interesting, guys. Maybe they're more battle hardened. They've got more current experience to be able to help them out on the war front. I don't know. What do you guys think with that regards? I think it's interesting. But yeah, that's my take on it anyway. 36 minutes to go. Heavy shelling continues against Kharkiv. I'm pretty sure that. Yeah, I think that they're going to force a surrender in that area, I believe. I think they're trying to force a surrender. What's your knowledge of that, guys? Let's get the questions coming in. Let's understand what you understand. I think that was the area where they were trying to force some form of surrender. In fact, let me look that up right now. 2 hours ago, Russia and Ukraine edged towards agreement on key peace points. Whatever that means. Right. Russia-Ukraine war. Moscow sets 5 a.m. deadline for surrender of Mariupol. Mariupol is... 5 a.m. So that was whatever. I don't know what time it is over there. That was 40 minutes ago. This is the Guardian. What have they got to say? So let's get back onto this screen here. Hey, you need to go onto this screen for this legend who I've just highlighted. You should see him coming through right now. Keep up the good work, my friend, from Jameson's Travels. Troops, he doesn't need any introduction. Everyone knows who Jameson Travels is. He's like the best military reaction channel on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by, brother. He's a former US Marine. If you guys don't know, you definitely will know though. And I think he's at like 800. How many subscribers are you now? Thank you for the donation, Jameson. He's at like 800,000 subscribers, I believe. I think he's going to be a million subscriber channel very, very soon. So thanks for stopping by, brother. I really do appreciate you joining the channel for this live stream. We're having a bit of fun covering this. Fun, I say candidly. Obviously, there's a lot of people in the Ukraine at the moment not having a lot of fun. But yeah, I'd like to hear your take on that, actually, Jameson. Jameson's Travels in the chat. Very, very kind. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Bremer's Ghost. Thank you for your super chat. You're saying 2IC of the Black Sea Fleet has been killed in action near Mariupol. Source in the Evening Standard. 2IC of the Black Sea Fleet. Is that on the Russian side of things, though, is it? Yeah, everyone knows who Jameson is. Everyone here will be following Jameson's. 100%. I think me and Jameson need to do some form of joint reaction or something. I would like to do that. That's my mission. Right, chat. I need to do this actually while I'm here. Right, I'm gonna do this. So live scene, boom. I need to paste reference there. There we go. Boom. There we go, guys. We can get the questions on everyone now. What do you reckon of that chat thing? I think it's pretty cool, to be fair. I'm happy with that. Right, let's get on to this then. So, Russia sets 5 a.m. deadline for Ukraine forces surrender in Mariupol. Moscow saying terrible humanitarian catastrophe is unfolding in the city, offers safe passage to fighters who lay down arms. Interesting, guys. We'll get through this article, actually. We're going to go through this. But first, with the massive super chat, Curtis Reynolds. Thank you, brother. You're saying there is no way the Russian military is incompetent as they appear. Is as incompetent as they appear. They aren't unless they are. What's your take on that? Right, okay, so we're talking about the incompetence of Russia. I have to take it on face value. Okay, and face value to me stipulates that they are, they're still a formidable fighting force in terms of their size, their military training, the reformed body of men and women in the military there, okay? So they're not a pushover, that's for sure. But in terms of how they've, I would say, underestimated Ukraine's capability, I think that's where they're coming unstuck. In war, there's never any winners, really. But in war, there's definitely people who do better than others. And at this moment in time, I think the way the Ukrainians are handling certain things, certain elements of this war, they're doing pretty good, considering they're being mentioned that with Russia. All right, we're the big bullies and we're going to come in, and it hasn't really worked out as in their favor as everyone would expect. Now, what would be the point in losing all of these lives as a diversion or a distraction or something? There isn't an alternate agenda to that, I don't think, Curtis. I just don't see there being an alternate agenda to their incompetence. Why would anyone strategically be incompetent? I mean, that's not happening in the boardroom, is it? They're not having that conversation in the boardroom. Or let's appear to be incompetent. Does that make sense? To me, it's not a strategic thing to do. Hopefully that answers your question, Curtis. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Good questions coming in, troops. Thank you for becoming a member. Void Staring Back. Welcome to the Gender Members Club. If you want to become a member, guys, like our first member of the chat, Void Staring Back, then the link is in the description. It helps me out. It's the number one thing that helps me out financially on the channel, okay? So thank you very much for that, Void. I appreciate that, brother. Back to this article anyway. Keep the questions coming in. I'll revert to them as soon as I can, guys. So Russia has given Ukrainian forces a deadline of 5 a.m. Moscow time, so it's 2 a.m. GMT. Whoa, so we've got 2 hours and 1 minute for that. We'll probably see that materialize on this stream, to be fair. Wow. So that's to lay down their arms in the eastern port city of Mariupol, where it said terrible humanitarian catastrophe was unfolding. That's the sad price of war. Lay down your arms, Colonel General Mikhail Mizentsev, the director of the Russian National Defense Management Center, said on Sunday in a briefing. A terrible humanitarian catastrophe has developed, he said. All who lay down their arms are guaranteed safe passage out of Mariupol. Can we believe that, though? That's something that we need to... What do you think about that, then, guys? A terrible humanitarian catastrophe has already developed. All who lay down their arms are guaranteed safe passage out of Mariupol. Can we expect safe passage for those who lay down their arms from Mariupol when we've already seen the indiscriminate acts of horror committed against civilians? All right, there was a tank trying to run over a woman, for Christ's sake, a few weeks back. So I don't know. What do you think about that? Hey, thank you for the super chat question. Void staring back. You're saying, what's your thoughts on Wally being in Ukraine and the apparent fifth Russian general killed by snipers? Love the channel and content. Cheers from NJ. Is that New Jersey? Well, first of all, thank you for your question. What's your thoughts on Wally being in Ukraine and the apparent fifth Russian general? Well, you know something? Let's look at the fifth general. So that was 2 days ago. Right, Africa Business, right there, the Mirror. 1 day ago. Let's look at New York Post. Let's see what they've got to say. Russian general killed after Ukrainian forces destroyed command post in Kherson. 19th? What's the date? The 20th, right? Okay, this is... Wow. Another Russian general has been killed in Ukraine, the country's military claimed Saturday. Jesus. The fifth senior leader to the fall since the invasion began 23 days ago. Lieutenant General Andrei, commander of the 8th Army of the Southern Military District, was killed when armed forces destroyed a command post at an airfield in Kherson, a port city of southern Ukraine. Officials said his death came as thousands of civilians attempted to flee another port city, Mariupol, which we understand is, there's a massive humanitarian crisis underway at this moment in time in Mariupol. It's likely that place is going to be taken over very soon, unless amphibious something happens, via the Ukraine. I don't see it. It's been under bombardment for weeks. And as Ukraine's president said, Russia's trying to starve the country's city into submission. Well, you're going to do that if you take off the supply network from the port. You stop food coming in, all of that kind of stuff. Supplies, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time that happens. So it's how long logistically Russia can withstand being there. And I think they'll be able to stay there long enough to stop the supplies coming in from the ports and stuff like that. That's where NATO really needs to step in with helping them with aid and stuff like that. And as Ukraine's president said, Russia's trying to starve the country. Yeah, continuing the invasion would exact a toll on Russia for several generations. It's true. Zelensky is right when he says that it's only affecting generations of Russians. It's a shame that I didn't know that about another Ukrainian. After Ukrainian forces destroyed, Russian general. So that's the fifth Russian general killed. What do I make of that? I mean, obviously death happens in war. I mean, we're looking, it was about 4 or 5 days ago, the alleged toll of deaths from Russian side was about 14,000 at the time. That's a lot of people died, a lot of soldiers on the ground. So am I surprised that a few generals has been taken out as well? No. If divisionally the command structure isn't as apt as we'd like to think it is, then yeah, if we're talking about if we're talking about military strikes and stuff like that, it's a high chance that these things will happen. But it does enforce the fact that we think, or we're perceiving Russia's capability to be slightly less than what we first anticipated, in my eyes. Okay. Hey, Mark Bauer, member for 13 months. Thank you for your question. You're saying Did you hear that many of the Russian soldiers on the front line were actually military cadets who hadn't even finished their training? Wild. Yeah, I think we're going to hear lots more stuff like that come out. Are they going to be cadets, or as we would say in the British military, recruits in training? So here we go. Now, this is not trying to... I'm not trying to make it sound better than what it is. If you're a recruit and train, you're a recruit and train. There's no getting around that, okay? But one thing's for sure. Hang on, where's that question gone? Where's the question gone? Boop, 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 boop. There it is. So, in the Royal Marines Commandos, it's 32 weeks basic training, all right? In fact, it's now 36 weeks, apparently. So, the first 16 weeks, you're training to be effectively a Marine, okay? It's the first part of training. It gets you to the standard of most of the Army, okay? A better standard of a basic infantry. Because the Royal Marines have a higher standard. But, you know, in terms of being a qualified soldier, after week 16, you're a qualified soldier. If in times of need you needed to deploy in a wartime situation, you could because you're a trained soldier. If you were in the army, you would already be a trained soldier, a trained infantry, basic infantry at that stage. Okay, so yeah. That's probably what it is. I mean, you're not going to send people with no experience whatsoever. There might have been cadets in training, but they might have passed certain elements of training that allowed them to be able to go on the front line. Do I think that's right? No, but if they need that to happen, it shows how potentially desperate Russia is. It's a show of desperation, and you don't know if this is propaganda, if this is the mainstream media trying to promote that Russia is struggling, just to, you know, it gives people a confidence boost with the war, doesn't it? You know, so yeah, good question, that, Mark. Thank you, and thank you for your 13 months worth of membership, buddy. I appreciate that. Donny Tarango, welcome to the Gender Members Club, brother. Let's go. Welcome to the club, man. If you want to become a member like Donny, smash that link up above, El Trupios. Mark Bow, I've just seen another question from you, actually, buddy. You never got back to me about your other channel. Still interested, let me know. Yes, actually. Well, I guess I'll say it on here. Mark, I proposed to Mark if he wanted to write for one of my other channels, because he's a fantastically bright individual with great writing abilities. So if you want to do that, Mark, yeah, I guess the best way to do it would be if you can write me something that would last 10-15 minutes on a Ukraine video, send it to me. I'll get that filmed and see how it goes. Then we can make something more permanent. But yeah, let me see what you've got on Ukraine. But I will message you back on Instagram anyway, buddy. Okay, but because we need to get that going. We need to get that going. And thank you for your super chat, buddy. You didn't need. You could have just asked me that normally. You didn't have to give the super chat for that. But thank you, brother. Have I actually done this for you yet? Right, Mark. There you go. I don't know why I haven't put you as a moderator before. Donna Backer, thank you for help moderating the chat again, buddy. Don Backer is my thanks, buddy. Thank you for all the help. Wow, we've got over 600 viewers. I haven't looked at that for a few minutes. That's went up hundreds. Guys, thanks for stopping by. Like, to have over 600 people in the chat, it really does make me feel happy. I mean, I'm getting more live viewers than Brian Rose on average in his videos, and he's got millions of subscribers, and I actually want to fight him on YouTube. Brian Rose from London Real, I'm a massive fan of his. I've not got anything bad to say about him, but I would love to fight him. He's an old 50-year-old. He's in great shape. He must be taking steroids or something, because he looks in too good shape for a 50-year-old, but he's trying to get into the YouTube boxing scene, and I want to fight him. So yeah, to have nearly 600 concurrent viewers, and I think I've got a bit of leverage to be able to go, hey, I think my channel's doing better than yours now. So can we get it on? And if you want to see me fight him, go and write on Brian Rose's videos. Go and comment on his Instagram, the real Brian Rose from London Rail. Say, comment, fight Dit Commando or whatever. Let's get loads of comments on there, because you know what, guys? Eddie Hall made over £1 million or $1 million, whatever, for his last fight yesterday. Now, I like to be humble on this channel. All right, I always have been humble. We're digressing slightly, apologies, but we'll get back to this soon. But I have to say, if I could fight as bad as Eddie and get over $1 million for that, then yeah, I want that. Well, who wouldn't? All right, but I'm telling you, I'd fight better than Eddie. Eddie's a big guy. If he hits you, he's going to hurt. But I'm telling you, I'd be confident in fighting Eddie Hall, and I think I'd splat him, to be fair. And I'm a massive fan of his, but he's too slow, too ponderous, and I don't think he'd get a glove on me. I'm digressing. Anyway, But anyway, if you could do that on Brian Rose's channel, the real Brian Rose, that would be helpful, guys. Sorry for digressing, guys. Sorry. Right. So, yeah, if you can hit that like button, takes 2 seconds. Press the like button for me. Just hit the like. It works a treat. Let's get over 400 likes, guys. We've got over 500 viewers, so we should definitely be able to get over 400 likes. Yeah, but some good questions coming in here. Right, where are we at on this, actually? Zelensky in the video accused the Kremlin of deliberately creating a humanitarian catastrophe. Well, yeah, that's obvious. By going to war with a country who borders with you, you expect humanitarian crisis to emerge from that. So that to me is obvious. All right, what he's saying there is obvious rhetoric. Okay. Russian forces were blockading the largest cities with the goal of creating such miserable conditions that Ukrainians will surrender. Yeah, because they are relying on the local populace to fight back, which is a shame, really. Is this a good or bad thing for NATO to watch and unlock? Will we regret not helping militarily, i.e. boots on the ground, in the future, in 20, 30, 40, 50 years' time? I think we might, I think if NATO doesn't get involved as a lot of people want them to, I think we'll regret that in the future. What do you guys think? The time has come to restore territorial integrity and justice to Ukraine. Otherwise, Russia costs will be so high that you will not be able to rise again for several generations. Zelensky pointed to the 200,000 people reportedly at the Moscow rally. Wow, 200 alleged. There's roughly the same number of Russian troops taking part in the invasion, so there's enough people fighting against it. That's crazy. Picture for yourself that in the stadium in Moscow there are 14,000 dead bodies and tens of thousands more injured and maimed. I don't want to picture that, to be fair. Zelensky said in the video shot outside the presidential office in the capital, Kiev, those are the Russian costs throughout the invasion. The Russians have suffered as well. And we talk about this on terms of the moral sense of it, all right, the human level. Forget about the sides, forget about synthesizing and all of this crap. Just think about people. There's people dying on both sides, which is terrible, really. This is the thing that I don't like. I don't like that politicians are allowed to get away with genocide of their own people, genocide of another people because of the invasion. It's wiping out humans no matter what, and they need to be held accountable in a court of law. This going to war shouldn't going to war be a war crime anyway? How can invading a peaceful country not be a war crime? We need to redefine the rules here. The people should be able to hold the leaders accountable at their mercy, not the other way around. That's what I think anyway. Right, there's a map update. Map shows the areas of Ukraine threatened by Russian invasion. You might not be able to see it that much on here, but we've got the southeast here. More than 1,300 civilians are believed to be stuck under the bombarded theatre. Local officials have said that's too much. Imagine the conditions that they're living in, guys. Yeah. Imagine. I mean, just think about like things that people don't want to talk about. You need to go to the toilet. There's 1,300 people living under there in squalor-like conditions, going to the toilet, not eating too well, so the immune systems will be low. Health problems will be breaking out. Current problems with the health. People will already be ill, disabled. Some people will be maimed. Vulnerable individuals, young kids, elderly people. There's going to be a lot of horror underneath that theatre, and no one should live like that in a first world country. That's the horrendous thing about this. So the south near Odessa, approximately 45 people are dead after a Russian missile attack hit Ukrainian army barracks in the city, according to local reports. We got in the northwest. One person is dead and 4 others are wounded after remains of a damaged missile hit a residential building in the city on Friday. So that's near Bucha. At least 60 civilians have died in the city since the start of the Russian attack. We got north central. Russian troops bombed a warehouse full of household goods, leaving the building on fire. To the right of that, Russian shelling hit multiple buildings in the city, leaving 1 person dead and 11 others injured. And to the northeast, at least 2 people are dead and 6 are wounded after a missile strike hit a residential and administrative building, per local officials. It's not good. It can never be good. Welcome, guys. If you've just joined the channel, make sure you smash that like button. Let me know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from. If you want to do a super chat question, then it will be featured on the video so that everyone else can see your question as well. If you don't want it shown on the video, then let me know. So Ukrainian and Russian officials agreed to establish 10 humanitarian corridors for bringing aid in and residents out. One from Mariupol and several around Kiev, and in the eastern Luhansk region, Ukrainian Deputy Prime Minister said on Saturday. See, if Ukrainian and Russian officials can agree to establish humanitarian corridors, how can't they, how can they move further than that? How can that not change into something and materialize into peace? They can have conversations about peace corridors and stuff, but fundamentally it's like, well, you can bring in aid, but the whole point of your war is to disrupt the people living there anyway, so why would you agree to letting in aid? And I never understood the concept of war. To me, there's so many contradictions in war. It's unbelievable. So many moral contradictions in war. It breaks my mentality. It does. She also announced plans to deliver humanitarian aid to Kherson, which was seized by Russian forces. Vladimir Medensky, who has led Russian negotiators in several rounds of talks with Ukraine, said the 2 sides are closer to agreement on the issue of Ukraine dropping its bid to join NATO and adopting a neutral status. In remarks carried by Russian media, he said the sides are now halfway on issues regarding the demilitarization of Ukraine. An advisor of Zelensky said the assessment was intended to provoke tension in the media. He tweeted, "Our positions are unchanged: ceasefire, withdrawal of troops, and strong security guarantees with concrete formulas." Look at the damage that's in Mariupol. That's been absolutely smashed to bits at this moment in time then. I think Mariupol's going to fall. I do. In fact, let's have a look what's going on now on this map. Alright, so let's have a look at the north. Belarus. Video published by a Russian media that shows the combat use of four-post Russia strike drones on the facilities of the armed forces of Ukraine. The drones leave from Belarus. We'll watch that video in a second. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Unanimous. You're saying, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's not the who, it's the what. We are one, Dit Commando. #1, do your part. Hey, well, thank you very kindly for your words, and thank you very much for your super chat, brother. It's very, very much appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate that more than you'd believe. Unanimous. Yeah, guys. I'll reiterate what you said. If you could do that for me, I would be greatly appreciated. Guamson Cruz, thank you for your super chat. You're saying we either deal with this now while Russia is relatively preoccupied, or we wait till he has half of Europe in his grasp like a certain German Führer. Hey, you know what? I've been thinking of that. I've been thinking about how blissful ignorance allows certain things, certain atrocities to happen right before our very eyes. And could this be the start of something far, far worse from someone who's turning into quite literally an evil dictator? I'll let you guys be the judge of that with your comments. But it's certainly a possibility. Have we learned our lessons of the past? Clearly not, if these wars are still happening. I mean, it's only, but I mean, Ukraine's bordering with the country Poland, in which this whole thing, nearly 100 years ago, 80 years ago, started in that region, and it's unfolding on the doorsteps there now. Again, and we can say similar atrocities because people are dying, and that's what makes it similar. We need to remember that as well. But thank you for your question, Guamson. I appreciate that super chat, brother. Right, what's come out of London actually? 8 hours ago in Trafalgar Square, London, UK, several thousand people are at a protest rally in support of Ukraine. Here's my take on this. Now, how do I put this? Protest rally. So, in Trafalgar Square, London, several thousand people are rallying in support of Ukraine. Be honest, guys. What changes occur as a result of those protest rallies? Now, it's all well and good being out there protesting in support of a country, but we need to look at the effect it has in the country. Are those individuals, those 1,300 individuals, trapped under a theatre because the place in which they're residing has been bombed to bits, and they're quite literally nearly overcome by the Russian invaders? Do they feel that support? I don't think those rallies do anything. It just shows, for one, it's hundreds of miles away in a different country. To me, it just seems a bit lame. I don't know. I don't know what they want to achieve, other than there's one good thing that comes out of it, that we get to see a group of people who show support to Ukraine. That's what we know from that. Yeah, okay, a lot of people support Ukraine, but we know that without that happening, that people support Ukraine. What Ukraine wants is real help, real tangible physical help to stop this war from happening. They're not bothered about people protesting in London. They don't hurt. They don't. I'm just being honest. I'm just thinking, if that was me, would I give a crap about people protesting in London from their privileged position? You know, I don't want to sound. I don't care what it sounds like. That's why I fail, man. I just think it's lame. It's lame. But hey, that's just the way I feel about it anyway, guys. Let's get back to this. Ukrainian army destroyed several Russian columns preparing to attack Sumy. Oh, okay, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. Guamson Cruz again. It is the only negotiation method old men like Putin can understand. Yeah, that's interesting. So maybe we have to... Do we have to speak his language? Is it a language thing? You know, you can't speak to a person on the streets from your ivory tower with your posh lingo. You've got to be able to speak on his level. You know, it's the same with everyone. You cater for your audience. You've got to speak on their level. One, they understand it better, and two, they can see that level of empathy. You know, it's an understanding thing. So you got to speak on Putin's level, and Putin at this moment in time doesn't really take much shit from anyone. It's his way or the highway. And you're going to get that when you lead with fear. He's with you all the time. And put you into a false state of confidence and positivity, you know? Thank you, Guamson, for your question, buddy. Hey, Effie, welcome to Gendit Members Club. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you and welcome. I look forward to speaking to you guys, the members in community members only posts and the occasional member only video, which I might start doing sooner than later. Right, what was this? Ukrainian army destroyed several Russian columns preparing to attack Sumy. Right, let's jump to the map. So that's a big deal, considering that's you know, Khotan is pretty much occupied by Russia now. So that's a good effort by Ukrainian army. Hey, Lonnie Dean, thank you for your super chat. You're saying, do you think NATO boots on the ground is needed, or is NATO countries sending supplies, arms sufficient? I think at this moment in time, I mean, we are looking at all of this red on this map, and it's a bad thing, don't get me wrong. It's a real bad thing. We want to be seeing the Ukrainians pushing these guys back. But how long does this go on for? With, you know, it's the cost of longing this process out. As long as Ukraine keeps on getting supplies, arms, that kind of thing, they'll just keep on replenishing and cracking on as they're fighting for their country. They're not just going to give up, depending on how much ground Russia can take from Ukraine. But Russia's problem is the same thing, except they're having to, you know, logistically restock themselves from externally to Ukraine, which is going to be a harder task for them in the long run. So the longer the Ukrainians can hold out for, getting supplies and munitions and money and weaponry and food and everything, and getting the civilians out of the country, then it's going to be better for the Ukrainians in the long run than Russia. The longer this goes on, the worse it becomes for Russia, simply, in my opinion. So if they can hold them off for as long as possible, I think, you know, NATO countries sending them munitions and arms, and think about it, NATO countries are sending troops, just not in official uniform. We've got a lot of ex-members of the military going over to fight wars in in the Ukraine. There was 2 ex-SAS soldiers, I believe, killed over there a few days ago, which is a terrible, terrible news for Britain. But it just shows you the level of soldier who's out there. All right, there's former special forces individuals out there fighting on the ground. Very, very skilled individuals indeed, which will show. It'll show in a good way. Good question, that, Lonnie. Thank you. There's another question come in there. Hey, Argosy Spec Ops, thank you for your super chat. You're saying if we demonstrate that we can shoot down his Kinzel hypersonic weapons from Aegis ashore in Poland and Romania, that will be a language Putin understands. Yeah, but by demonstrating that from Poland and Romania, it also involves Poland and Romania. Have they got the, I don't want to say backbone, that's the wrong word to use, the wrong phrase. Have they got the ambition to get involved, even if it is indirectly? I don't think they will want that. I mean, Russia's on the border, effectively, because they're in Ukraine, so they're on the border to Poland, effectively, if they push further west. So, are they going to? Are they? The question is much with regards that type of support. I guess the further west they encroach, the further west Russia encroaches towards the likes of Poland and Romania, I think they'd be more inclined to potentially help out, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's a tricky one. White House, Biden's trip to Europe will focus on continuing escalation. World leaders are escalating it slightly. They're not going knee-deep straight away with support of let's get NATO involved, let's get this involved. They're not doing that as of yet. They're escalating it gradually. All right, which is the smartest thing to do. On the ground, the Ukrainians will want a lot more help a lot quicker. But either way, it's happening. That escalation process is happening right before our very eyes, guys. What we got going here? 7 hours ago at Maersk, still has ships calling at Russian port to deliver containers booked before the invasion of Ukraine and to pick up 5,000 containers stranded in Russia. Hong Kong flagged container ship Nelly Maersk transited Bosphorus towards Black Sea en route from Istanbul. Right, so we've got... It still has ships calling at Russian port to deliver containers booked before the invasion. I mean, the show must go on, I guess, is the thing that we need to understand here. But I wouldn't want to be on that ship. Maritime security through the roof. Occupation authorities in Crimea confirmed death of deputy commander of the Russian Black Sea Fleet, Andrei Paley. Let's look at this. Commander of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. That's bad. That's bad. I'm going to have a look at that question. Whoa, I can't believe what's just happened there. Hang on, am I seeing that right? Bloody hell. Unanimous with the biggest super chat I think I've ever had. Hang on a minute. Is that right? Unanimous says, do your part. If you can become a member, join us. If you can't, hit the like button and share this commentary with your friends. Unanimous, I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. That is super, super generous of you, brother. I can't thank you enough for that. That's very, very that unanimous. More kind thing to do. That's a very kind gesture, brother. Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. Right, Russian Black Sea Fleet Andre Play. Wow, I'm stunned by that still. It's very you guys are extremely kind. Yeah, that's is it buffering? Bremer's Ghost Hatch on your screen paid for, Ryan. Not quite. YouTube takes about 30%, I think. Sometimes more. But yeah, I can get a pretty decent one for that, I think. Oh man, that's very kind, guys. Thank you very much. I do have a Discord, yes. Well, it's not mine. It's owned by the. It's owned by. I'm just merely a figurehead on it, so to speak. Right. Right, I'm not sure why. Yeah, it looks like there's no data. YouTube's been really strange recently. I don't know why it's doing that. Can you still see me, guys? Do you have Streamlabs set up? I didn't realize how much YouTube took. Yeah, nice. Yeah. I use OBS. I might have to start. You should set up a Cash App or PayPal so people can just donate directly that way, and YouTube doesn't get a huge cut then too. To be fair, it's I'll be honest. My take on it is this: everything's give or take, isn't it? You know, somewhere down the line, you give, somewhere down the line you'll get back. So for me, it's like whatever you guys give through your questions, one, adds to the stream anyway. Two, it gives me something back in return for me. I'm giving my time to do this as a career, really, and also, you know, it's only fair that I'm happy that YouTube gets their bit as well, because they're allowing me this platform. So, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't want no one to not get their bit, if that makes sense. I want you guys to get your bit, your information, your entertainment. I get my bit. YouTube gets their bit. I think it's really fair. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I know we're going off topic slightly, guys, but that's kind of my mentality on it. But yeah, I use OBS, and I think I might need to use a different platform, you know. Because, you know, hey, Dale Kelly. Dale Kelly, thank you for the super chat. You're saying, from a brother whose brother was in the 3rd Battalion, 5th Marines, better known as the Dark Horse. He would have liked your channel in memory of Corporal Scott Rusty Kelly. Pff. Sorry to hear that about the death of your brother, man. Wow. Legend. Corporal Scott Rusty Kelly. Why do I feel that I know that name? Why do I feel like I know that name? Why do I feel like I know that name? Let me look that up. My internet's been a little bit crap at the moment. I'm not sure why, guys. So I'm just having a look on the internet for something, troops. I appreciate that super chat, Dale. Thank you for your brother's service and thank you for your kind words, man. Is my stream lagging a lot? It seems like it is. Let me know on the chat. No stream, yeah. I'm gonna have to do this again the second time now. I'm gonna have to get this sorted out. I might stop using OBS if it keeps on doing this. It's all over the place, which isn't good, guys. I hate to do this. We're gonna have to call it a day. It says YouTube's not receiving enough data. Yeah, no stream. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. There's something up with this. Let me sort this out. If I can get it sorted, I'll come back online. We've been online, actually been on over an hour anyway. Unanimous is saying, brother, I would like to drop one more for the stream. 100%, 70%. Do you have a PayPal option or website or something direct? I'm trying to think. I do have Cash App. I've never used it before. I can't even remember how. I can't even remember how you share it, to be fair. So hang on, how do you? I don't even know how to do it. Right, let me figure this. I don't know how to do it. Don't worry about it, Unanimous, man. Don't worry about it, buddy. Like seriously. Actually, that's interested me though. How do I? So this is just I don't even know if this is going to work, but that's my Cash App. That's my Cash App in the chat now, but I don't know if it works. I've never used it before, you know. Sorry guys, we're off topic slightly just because I'm looking at the metrics. I'm looking at the metrics on this, and the stream is struggling on OBS. I don't know why it's doing that. It seems to be working for some, good for some. I'm not sure. I think it might be my internet. You know, I'm gonna ring them up tomorrow because it's taking a while to load certain things on my screen. You know, which is putting me off a bit because I like my stream to be working properly. Actually, who was asking me a question about Cash App? So that's how scan to pay. Right, so you can pay if that works. If that works, I'll hold it on the screen. Pause it. If that works, I will laugh my. I don't. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I don't even know why I've got Cash App for. I've never used it. I can't remember who was asking that question again. It was unanimous. Yeah. I don't know if that's even going to work. I don't know. I had PayPal, but I can't get locked in anymore. Right. No data. The stream will end shortly unless you restart it. I don't know why it's. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my stream. Seriously. I don't know what's going on with my stream, man. Mark Bauer messaged me on Instagram. Got your settings page. Yeah, I think I've squared it, Mark. Thanks for that anyway, buddy. Yeah, that's how. To be fair, the only reason I reminded myself, I seen someone else doing that. It was a streamer who I watched. He used Cash App. Yeah, he used Cash App, and that's what he was doing. So scan, yeah. So you can press. So you scan to pay. Yeah, I think that's how it works. So yeah, either way, it doesn't matter, guys. I think it's pretty cool, Cash App, but anyway, we'll change the subject for that. I've lost my train of thought now, guys. Sorry. What was I talking on? Right now, what we got in the chat? Can I just confirm? Can people chat? Put a comment below. Is the stream working fine? Yes or no? Because I keep on getting messages on my OBS that there's no data, and it's saying that YouTube's not receiving enough data. So let me know if there is any problems. If it's really bad, then we're going against actually continuing to do this for tonight. There must be a problem with either my internet or OBS. But if it is fine, let me know. If it is fine, let me know, and we'll keep on going. Boom. So 7 hours ago, Russian troops in Stepny village of Volnovakha region after heavy clashes. This is the thing, guys, right? Yeah, I'm getting loads of yeses, a little bit laggy, loads than no. So we'll crack on. So I'm just going to ignore the information that I'm getting on here, because my screen is saying is that I'm not getting any data and stuff like that sent my way, sent your way to YouTube, which is putting me off. Actually, it's causing me, it's distracting me. Seen a few jitters when you move around a lot. Okay. Reduce the quality 360p. All right, it's okay. So that's good enough for me, guys. So yeah, just look at this, right? Russian troops in Steppe village. Look at these people, right? This is the shame of it all. These are just normal guys. I mean, I've been in uniform before doing stuff. Now I'm frozen. I see. I don't know why. The stream is worth the lag. It's broken now. Right. So it's buffering. This is the thing, guys. If it's going to keep on doing this, then it's going to affect the longevity of me doing this. I need to get this sorted out. So I might have to just call it a day there if that's what it's doing. Unfortunately, because I am getting those messages saying it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Yeah. Mean Marine, little bit buffering in Ohio. I have a good connection to my internet, so it must be on your end. It's not bad though. It doesn't last long, only a few seconds. Yeah, it's not good enough, is it? I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah. Right. Okay. We'll go till about. We've got another 7 minutes or so. I think that makes sense. News and stuff, we tend to dehumanize the people behind the weapon systems a bit. But look at those guys. They're someone's sons, brothers, motivated men. I can guarantee you, from my experience of being in the military, most of these people are just there just to earn a wage, man. All right, they're there just to earn a wage. They just want money. Like us all, guys, we've got to get through life one way, shape, or form, and that's their way of getting through it at this moment in time. So I feel for every soldier on the ground out there at this moment. And they'll be scared. These men, just because they're in military uniform, doesn't make them indestructible. You know? Unanimous. Don't worry. Please don't worry about cash. Don't worry. You've been fantastically generous already. Please don't worry about that. Fearless in real life says it freezes for a minute. I recommend format the computer. Look for a different streaming service or talk to your internet company for business internet. I need to do something. I don't know how to format my computer, to be fair. Something needs to happen with the computer though, because something's not right. It's been acting up the past few weeks. You know, and we need to sort that out. Hey, Bremner's Ghost. Thank you for your super chat, brother. You're saying not just you, Ryan, YouTube is getting hacked heavily. Take a look on Down Detector or similar program. Is it? Right, so it's YouTube's got a few problems at this moment in time, right? It makes sense because when I first started doing these streams, it was all right, and now it's, I don't know, it's a little bit funny. It would make sense though. Chad Free says, I want to send you $1,000. Keep your money, troops. That's too much dollar, man. Mark Bauer, thank you for your super chat, brother. You're saying any confirmation on Russian assertion they used hypersonic missiles to take down a Ukrainian airbase? I seen something today about the hypersonic missile thing. Right, let me look into that for you, actually. Let me look into that, buddy. 11 hours ago. So this is... Let's look into this. 20th of March. So it's obviously today. Russia's defense ministry says it attacked Ukraine with cruise missiles from ships in the Black and Caspian Seas, and with hypersonic missiles from Crimean airspace. Russian Defense Ministry spokesman Major General Igor said on Sunday that the Kizal Dagger hypersonic missile hit a Ukrainian fuel depot in the area near the Black Sea port of Mykolaiv. Right, so these Black Sea ports are being heavily targeted by the Russians at the moment, simply because you control the ports, you control what goes in and out. You also... Let's say you control what goes in and out. It aids in the easier. It's a massive, massive advantage. And it also means you can suffocate not literally, but you know, you can put a stranglehold on the near the coast. And that's what we're seeing. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they're stepping up their cruise missile. He added, caliber missiles, cruise missiles were launched from the waters of the Black Sea against a plant that repairs Ukrainian armored vehicles damaged in fighting. Right, so they're taking infrastructure off the battle space by disallowing the ability to maintain and fix these vehicles. It's a real strategic effort there. The attacks marked the second day in a row that Russia used these weapon systems capable of striking targets over 1,250 miles away at excuse me at 10 times the speed of sound. So these things are traveling very far, very fast, very effective, and very accurate. You will probably see if these being used until they get what they want, the desired targets. Kamikaze drones, what's this? Russia prides itself. I'll put the music up and down, guys, just so we, just in case I can't. Right, nothing spectacular with Members Club, brother. I've spotted you, Vinden, on Instagram, I believe. Yeah, I have spotted you. I remember you, buddy. How you doing, man? You are the 4th member of this stream. Troops, if you want to become a member, hit the join button in the chat. Our aim is to get 10 members this stream. So if you're thinking about it, considering it, then you know, hit that join button, guys. Hit the join button, or have a look. Hit the join button, or press that link that is associated in the chat. I'll get you guys a link for the Discord, actually. I'll get you the link for the Discord now, troops, so just bear with me. It's fan-led. I don't really have much to do with how it works and stuff like that. It's fan-led because we had a massive Discord before, and I deleted it because we didn't have the moderators to be able to do what we needed to do at the time, although they were doing a fantastic job. But, you know, there we go. That is the link to the Discord, guys. So if you want to join the Discord, it's there forever. It's there for everyone. And it would be good to have you guys on board there. You know, I'm not always on there, all right? It's a fan-led server. I'm just a figurehead of that, so to speak. Okay, guys, but yeah, I need to speak to Mark after this, so I'll be messaging you, troops. We're gonna wrap it up there because I do need to sort out a few. I do need to sort out the stream because it is buffering pretty bad. So I don't know if there's problems going on with YouTube or if it's with my side or what, but either way, we're gonna have to get that squared away, guys. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do actually right now. Stream health is pretty bad actually, so yeah, let me sort this out, guys, and I will see you very, very soon. If you've donated, thank you. If you're super chatted, if you've become a member, I really appreciate it. But we'll probably be live at some point tomorrow, guys, so look forward to that. And yeah, other than that, troops, thank you. I appreciate you all. Unanimous, I've just seen a text message come through. I believe that must be you. So yeah, I'm going to check that after the stream, okay? But I don't want to say thank you to you. That super chat, man. Wow. What a generous individual you are. Thank you. I really do appreciate that.